Pamela, Bestie. It's me, Natalie, here today on Thursday, February the 13th, 2025, to deliver you a message from your mom, your mommy, who's in heaven. Thank you for reaching out to me, Pamela. I remember connecting to your mother several months ago, and that was a beautiful message. That, well, that was one of my firsts, that I actually was scrolling through TikTok and saw one of your videos of a cake or a bread that you had made, and it was like, boom, right, your mom was right there, and I reached out to you. That's not something that Natalie normally does. I don't normally sequester others to deliver messages from angels, and yet, well, what's the saying? When in Rome, when in heaven, we go ahead and deliver those messages. So you already know the gist of these messages and how I do deliver them. Your mother has come through in a most peculiar way for me. And I'll back up a little bit to start to explain here how this goes. So for me, Natalie, as soon as somebody asks me, can you reach out to one of my loved ones, an angel in heaven, it is a instant, boom, connection, whether I want it or not. So this is why often I won't, especially with first time messages, which you're not a first time. I do know your mother's soul. I won't even look at the picture or anything first, because that's my way of kind of just, hey, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. What I love about when I have already connected to a soul, an angel in heaven, is that, well, I don't need the picture anymore. And it goes into what I share with everybody. It is a mere M-E-R-E thought. And your simple request for me to reach out to your mother, well, she began to come in right then as soon as I read your message to me yesterday on one of my other TikTok videos that I had posted of one of my previous spirit messages. So, okay, mommy, it's mommy, mommy. This is the peculiar part, okay? Something that happens with me often is, well, when I go to bed at night and I have dreams, which I'm not really a big dreamer, but I go through phases and stages where I do dream often. And at these times when I'm dreaming often, these dreams to me, I am very much so asleep, middle of the night, whatever, I don't know what time. And yet I am very aware that I am asleep, as well as that I'm dreaming, as well as that I am being visited by heaven, an angel, God, Jesus. Last night, while I slept, your mother visited me in my sleep. I'm sorry, hold on one second. Okay, so these things happen, okay? You know that when I'm connecting with spirit, Pamela, I'm very much so aware of my surroundings. I've got my flock around me. I think you've also seen in some of my videos that if my sheep cache comes up to me at any point, that will be your mother utilizing the body of my sheep in particular. Spirit also likes to utilize the bodies of my roosters as well to, well, basically to let you know that your mother in this situation is present. These are the normal sounds right here, so this isn't necessarily your mom that you hear in the background right now, but if my sheep does come up to me during this message, that is definitely your mother, okay? What my roosters are beginning to do right now is I'm giving you my little spiel, which is something that Spirit utilizes in not only Natalie, but any messenger to life that communicates with angels. Angels know that we as the messenger need a little preamp to kind of get the ball rolling, to kind of, allow Spirit to trickle in and become present. And then at that point, your mother then greatly assists me in delivering these messages. You already know from before that these messages usually last anywhere from 20-25 minutes. Sometimes they're really long. Excuse me for 1 second. This weather has really got me, you know, in a little tuffle here with congestion and all of that stuff, but otherwise I'm well. You asked me yesterday, Pamela, if I could reach out to your mother, and I asked you if you had any specific requests. You said you just wanted to know if your mom is okay, and you asked for her to pray for one of your family members who is struggling, going through a difficult time. Okay. Pamela, I think you also know that the ways these angel messages work with me is that angels utilize my life, what's going on in my Natalie life, to help deliver messages to you or to the receiver, whoever, which angel I'm speaking to. This has been a life learning process for me. It's nothing that I just woke up one day and was like, oh, I talk to angels. The first half of my life, well, my family thought I was a little crazy, and therefore I kind of thought I was too. It's been many, many years now, and I continue to delight in delivering messages from angels to life, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages, and I do delight in delivering such messages. I don't know if you can hear the music in the background right now. I usually have like normal music on during the day. I always have music on in my barn. It does help to deter wildlife. You know, it makes them think that there's, you know, well, life here, so they don't want to come around and mess with our flock. Today has been one of those busy days, and I never even asked my Alexa, I don't want to say it too loud or it'll change. I never asked my Alexa to change from the bedtime music, okay? This is very important as part of your message from your mother today, okay? I play every night for my flock when they go to bed classical music. I usually ask Alexa to play light classical music. So that is what's playing in the background right now. I don't normally listen to light classical music during the daytime, Pamela. Okay, Bestie? I usually listen to more pumped up music. I haven't changed it today. And I find that, well, some might say odd or coincidental, yet to me, I don't find such things odd or coincidental or bizarre. It is all part of the ways that heaven does work and the ways that heaven does utilize life to be present and able to deliver such messages. The light classical music, I do have a feeling that your mother must have liked in life. If your mother didn't like light classical music, I'm feeling that this music playing right now is indicative of how your mother's soul and being was while she was here in this life, alive. Just a peaceful person, a simple lady. She was mom, mommy. I know that you love your mom. You will always love your mom, and your mom will always love you. When we die, death is but a breath. We are simply transitioned from this life here in the world, and we go to a totally different place and space. Another universe, of which I do refer to as heaven. Your mother is very much so an angel, and she is very much so with peace in heaven. First thing she is coming through with is this classical music. Going along the lines of this is also weird, because before I fell asleep last night, I was so tired. I didn't even want to put on a show or anything, so I just clicked on my TV and I clicked on Netflix, and the first thing that popped up was an old-time movie from like the 1950s, An Affair to Remember. Is that with, what's his name, Cary Grant or whatever? I mean, it was like based on a cruise ship, which is also interesting because your mother did present with a cruise. So I find it all not bizarre. I find it all amazing, awesome, and beautiful, the ways that Spirit does present in such ways. And your mother was very much so trickling in before I went to sleep last night. I believe your mother had me click on this movie, An Affair to Remember. I'm not sure if your mother liked this movie or if you like this movie. If neither of you liked this movie, your mother had me watch this movie as a way to present this message to you today. This is what would then become a part of your treasure hunt, Pamela, to discover why your mom would bring up the movie An Affair to Remember. Perhaps she had a crush on him. Is his name Cary Grant? I'm not really big into, I don't know, but I do know it was a classic movie, and he's a very handsome man in this movie. Your mom presented during my sleep. And I was aware while I was watching this movie last night, halfway asleep, I was aware that your mother had me watch this, okay? So that's another thing that people are like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, look, I can't explain it all. I'm not here, to explain a whole lot. I'm here to share. And the basis of all spirit messages is that whatever I do deliver with the assistance of angels, today with the assistance of your mother, is that it does become your fairy tale adventure. Your mother does leave behind the breadcrumbs every day, not just with me today during this message. Your mother is always leaving behind trinkets and treasures for you to find. The more we become aware of the reality that we actually can and do live such fairy tale adventures and have such journeys each and every day of our life, the more we begin to and the more we continue to be aware of in relation to all of our five senses in life, which is sight, taste, sound, smell, and touch. Moving right along, as your mother presented while I slept last night in my dream, she presented wearing a all white linen type, I don't know, it's just like a simple straight kind of dress, it almost reminded me of like the biblical times, Jesus times, and outside of this white dress, she was wearing a simple necklace with a cross. I tried to see what color this cross was. Was it gold? Was it silver? Your mother swiped me at that point from the vision. She didn't swipe me like keep going. She just left that entire vision. She gave the vision of her wearing a cross necklace, and then off she was, okay? At that point, she then presented to me a vision of, is it sweethearts? Sweethearts, tomorrow I know is Valentine's Day. Candy hearts, that say on there like LUV or will you be mine, things like that. She presented a vision of these all falling down from the sky like rain, but it was all these little heart candies. I think my husband said at that point that I said something in my sleep at that point, and he was like, what are you talking about? But then again, my husband's used to me talking in my sleep in such ways. I found that rather beautiful that your mother was delivering you Valentine's, Pamela. She also then gave me a vision while I slept last night, Pamela. She, in this vision, handed to me, okay? I've shared this before. I share it often because it is something that Spirit does often. When Spirit is presenting to me with a vision, which I'm seeing not with my eyes, I'm seeing through my soul's eye. And in this vision, the angel looks directly into my eyes. This is often the most important part of the message, okay? So while I slept last night and your mother was giving me the visions, one of those visions was she looked directly into my eyes and she took my hands like this to hers and she placed a single white feather into my hands, and then she took my hands and she did this to them, and she put a nice firm, not strong, but firm, she cupped her hands around my hands, and then she kind of pushed my hands back towards me and did like, she wants me to deliver this white feather to you. Pamela, this definitely becomes part of your treasure hunt. And what you can do when you're done watching this message is Google white feather, spirit meaning. Okay? Whatever pops up, this is part of your message. The white feather. I do believe it is a beautiful symbol that your mother has left for you. Your mom also did, which again was interesting because of me watching the movie An Affair to Remember, which was based on a cruise, a ship, a big ship, you know. She also then did give me a vision, and I'm not sure if this was a memory or if this goes along with the charades part of delivering her message to you today, but she showed me you with her on a cruise. Bestie, did you ever go on a cruise with your mom? Did you ever talk about going on a cruise with your mom? Was that something that you did? I don't know. What I did hear at that point was bon voyage. That is also something that I do hear often whenever angels do present me with the vision of being on a cruise. It is a common vision that angels do give. These are the visions I refer to as being universal, meaning, you know, most of the time they aren't memories, they really are a charades way of delivering, you know, a message that has universal meaning. So when you think of a cruise ship and you think of the words bon voyage, you think of safe travels, okay? So this is also indicative of your mother letting you know that you are with her. You are with your mother in her soul, in heaven, and you are both together having safe travels. I find that beautiful. Pamela, I do remember, and you know, so I don't really like to connect to my mind when I'm giving messages, but I can't always stop it from happening. Usually angels will come in, and your mother is here right now. Okay, so your mother's like, she can tell that I'm having a little bit of struggling here going on, getting into this message. And so your mother has presented. Give me just a moment, Pamela. When I say your mother is present and has presented, what I mean is I don't see her. I don't even really feel her, to be honest, in such ways that we think about feeling, you know, essence or presence of another life here. This is, I'm feeling your mother's presence in my actual soul, okay? So, she's showing me a vision. I know, I was saying, I remember that you have dolls. I know that the dolls are very important to you, very special to you. And she is showing me a doll right now, one of your dolls. June, get out of there, June! I don't know what my sheep is doing. June! She showed me a vision of one of your dolls that had a broken finger, Pamela, a broken finger. I know that most of these special dolls that people collect are, you know, porcelain, right? China. So very fragile. I believe she's showing me this vision of a doll with a broken finger to validate for you that this message is real, okay? I don't know whether you recently had a doll who broke her finger, or even when your mother was still present in this life, alive, perhaps. There was a moment between the two of you where one of the doll's fingers broke. She also then shows me an actual doll house, and I don't mean for your dolls. Your dolls are like dolls, you know? This is a doll house for the little dolls, little tiny dolls. I don't know if you have these, Pamela, but she's actually bringing me into this doll house in my soul's vision, having me walk through the door, and I'm kind of going through this doll house, and it's all decorated furniture and all of that, and there's a little family in there in each different room and all of that. But she takes me into one room, and I don't know which room it is, whether it's a bedroom, a family room, a kitchen. I can't tell in this vision. But there's a light out, okay? I don't know, again, if this is something that is real, meaning that you do have a doll house with a light out in it, or if this is going along with the charades, the metaphor part, showing that perhaps something in your own house, Pamela. Perhaps there is a light out in your home beyond a dollhouse. Does this make sense? Your mom at one point had a lot of cats, C-A-T-S, around her. They were just chilling, hanging out, whatever. Now, when I'm getting visions from spirit and they're showing me people in life who are still alive, I cannot see those persons' faces. That's what has me know that these people are still alive in life. When they show me visions and I can see the face, that is telling me that these are angels as well. There's no people in this vision with the cats all around your mother. But why I'm sharing this is because with animals, it's different. I can always see the faces of animals, okay? I don't know if these cats that are around your mother's feet are cats that have passed from this life and are with her in heaven, or if they are some of your cats. I do know you have cats, and I do know you love cats. So I'm not sure if she's showing me this vision to go along with, your love of cats, or to also let you know that many of your cats who have passed are with her. I do hear the name Tiger, and I also hear the word lion. Well, Tiger and lion, wouldn't that kind of go together? Remember, Pamela, this is not my mind. I'm not making this up. I am a creative person. I am a writer. When I'm connecting to angels, this is all very, very real in ways that can't exactly be validated by anyone but you. So this is why it's important that after you receive this message, Pamela, you take your time. Know that it may take 1 to 3 days for the whole message to trickle through your own being and make complete sense to you. When there are things that perhaps don't make sense to you, please let me know. There literally is no point in me delivering messages to life from angels if they aren't going to be understood entirely. Come to me. I can reach back out to your mother. She's not just up there in heaven, she's everywhere, because remember, heaven is everywhere. Heaven is within your soul. Heaven is beyond, up in the skies. Come to me, let me know, and I can reach back out to your mother, and together we can help you make sense of these messages. This was a really interesting part. This was also while I was sleeping last night, Pamela. I can't even remember it. It's a song that my mom used to sing to me, okay? Like a childhood song, and I don't remember the name of it. And while I was hearing your mother sing this song, I still was like, I can't get the words, and I was so frustrated. Your mom kind of swiped me at that point and was like, don't worry about it. Pamela will know, okay? And it had something to do with like peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot 2 days old. I don't know if I'm saying that right. My mom used to say it to me all the time. Peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge 5 days old. These are ways that your mother is utilizing such things. Again, if it's not a memory for you, when you think about an angel, I don't know if you hear this hawk. You know that the hawk is my #1 spirit animal. It's the only tattoo I have is a hawk on my wrist here. I don't hear hawks here ever. Your mother is presenting as a hawk right now. Here's another part for your treasure hunt today. Google, what is my spirit animal? Hawk. Read the words, Pamela. You'll smile, you'll feel, and you'll understand more. This message that I'm delivering to you right now will continue to have further message when you Google into, such things. I heard the word juniper tree. Juniper tree. I'm sure that's a tree. I don't know anything about juniper trees. These are things, Pamela, I used to not even include in the messages because I was like, what does that even mean? Juniper tree. These are moments where I have a question mark. These are also the moments that angels do swipe me. Natalie, don't worry about it. Juniper tree, you got it. Keep going, okay? I don't know if you have a juniper tree or if your mother loved juniper trees. This is another part of your little fairy tale adventure with your mom. Your mom also gave me a vision this morning when I woke up, Pamela. So she's been with me ever since you sent me that message, by the way, okay? And this is how it works. And all morning this morning, I was feeling rather sickly, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to do this message today. I'm not feeling all that great, Your mom was just like, okay. But, Natalie, you have to. Natalie, go lay down for a few moments. I don't lay down, Pamela. I'm the good shepherd, but I did lay down. And when I got up, your mother had me feel literally refreshed. Your mother knows how important it is for me as a messenger to feel well while giving such messages. I can't be out here sickly and giving a message. Hey, listen, what are you doing over there? Daisy? Yellow legs? Your mother this morning gave me a vision, Pamela, of, she was in, it seemed like it was a kitchen. Definitely it was nighttime. The lights were out in the house. There was maybe a dim lit, you know, a little light on in the kitchen. And your mother was standing over like the countertop, and she had me zoom in. She was reading from a encyclopedia. Okay, we know that nobody even uses encyclopedias anymore these days, so I'm pretty certain that this is a memory. What I believe your mother was showing me this encyclopedia for was to let you know she used to help you with your school projects. And back in the days when you and I were in school, Bestie, we did use the encyclopedia when we had a project, right? So this is your mother's way, I believe, of letting you know. Those were moments she cherished, being a mother. She truly cherished the duties and jobs of, you know, nobody asks a mom to do anything, and yet children are always asking moms to do something. Your mom wants you to know that she really loved being a part of helping you through your schooling years, Pamela. Your mom also showed me a vision, Pamela, of a photo frame, okay? I don't have anything here to show you, but it was like a double frame, like 2 5x7s or 2 4x6s. One of those frames that you can like open up. There's screws in the middle, you know, so you can have it opened or you can have it closed a little bit. She's showing me that there is a picture of her in at least one of these pictures, and I want to say it's in your bedroom, although I could be wrong. I don't know what your house looks like. Hey, Gilbert, hold on, Pamela. Oh, Bestie, Spunky's at it with Gilbert. Listen, enough. Your mom's showing me this vision of the photo frame. She wants to thank you for keeping such photos of your mom in your home. Keeping photos of our loved ones in our home is the greatest way for us to keep our loved ones in our memory, in our mind, beyond in our heart and in our soul and in our body. We need in life, while we're here in this life, the visual effects. That's one of our 5 senses. Listen, guys, they're starting to get a little riled up here, my crowd here, Pamela. Your mom also showed me a gingham, isn't that like plaid? Gingham checkered plaid pants. At first, when I saw this vision, I was like, okay, is that what one of her dolls is wearing? Or I'm not really sure. I had a question mark next to that as well. I'm not sure. This is part of your treasure hunt, Pamela. Either you have some plaid gingham pants that you love, or your mom used to have a pair that she loved, or perhaps one of your dolls has a pair that she wears underneath her little dress. You know what I mean? Your mom, there's 2 other things. I'm going to have to get going here in a second. And your mom knows this, Pamela, okay? But she's like, Natalie, you're almost there. You're almost there. I know. She's like, yes. She's so excited. She's so happy that you reached out to her. Pamela, your mom is ever present in your life. Do you hear this right now? This is your mom. She's like, woo-hoo! I'm delivering a message to my daughter. Woo! With her bestie from TikTok. That's funky. She says that with your sourdough bread that you bake something about the spices. I don't know. I kind of see a little jar of maybe olive oil and spices, and she's having me actually taste. I can taste physically right now as I'm saying this to you on my tongue these really good bread spices in oil. She's going, yum. She does love all of your baking, all of your cooking. And she laughs because I told your mom, I said, well, Pamela says she's not Betty Crocker. And your mom says, she's not. She's better. She's Pam. Pammy? Pam. Did she call you something else? Because she didn't say Pamela. Okay, so my mind is coming back in here, and she says, Natalie, keep going. She wants to leave with this one part of the message for you. I also physically right now, okay, this is often for a messenger like me, that I do have that additional sense, S-E-N-S-E, beyond the 5 senses that we have. And so I am able to smell, taste, see, feel, hear things that aren't within these normal five senses that you have and that I also have as well. She's literally, physically, I can smell baby powder, okay? I'm not sure if it's just your classic Johnson & Johnson baby powder or if this is more so like a fragranced baby powder. My first thoughts, again, go back to the dolls. I myself used to collect Breyer horses, and I used to love the smell of these Breyer horses. Whenever I'd get one, it was like a smell of plastic, Pamela. I love the smell of these Breyer horses. So that's where I was going with this baby powder smell, but it could have been something that your mom, you know, like, isn't there something called Chantilly lace or something? But Chantilly something that's powder, you know, that you dab a big powder, what do you call it, those puffs, a powder puff into, and you know, you put it on your body. I don't know. Your mom's smiling right now as I say that. So she's like, yes, Natalie, you're on the right track. This isn't the dolls. This is your mom. She's having me smell that it's her that wore some sort of powder scent. Pamela, it could even be her deodorant. We do know that they do make baby powder smelling deodorant. These are the ways that your mother presents to you so that you do know that these messages are real. When angels deliver such messages to us, well, they're usually never anything that we expect they're going to be. This is why it's hard to ask specific questions, because it's not the way it works. It's not like I'm picking up the phone and talking to your mom right now on the phone. It's very quick. There's no speed. Very quick. It's instantaneous what comes through. I find it most beautiful, Pamela, that your mom chose to come through my sleep last night. That's always very peaceful for me when heaven delivers me, Natalie, in my sleep, number one, and also has me aware of it. I had a really good night's sleep last night, Pamela, so thank you for reaching out to me and asking me to reach out to your mother. Wow. Do you hear how quiet my farm just got now? That's because your mother is already, she's you know, she's back where she needs to be. Remember, there's no time in heaven, Pamela. And all angels are busy, always busy without time. Your mom took time in our life to come through and deliver this message, and I find it most beautiful that she took, you know, going back to yesterday morning when you first reached out to me all the way through the night, and now here we are at the 1 o'clock hour the following day. This is part of your message as well, Pamela. Your mother wants you to know she's always with you. And it is a mere M-E-R-E thought on your end to connect to your mother. You may not always hear her or feel her or anything like that, but know, I'm telling you right now, K-N-O-W, know that when you have a thought of your mother, there she is. Utilize those moments to talk to your mom. Have fun. Your mother hears all that you share with her. Your mother is present in your life. Your mother has received the prayer request for your relative in your family that you asked me to ask your mother to pray for. Your mom just showed me a list. She said, done. Prayer received, prayers now. And not only for this relative, your mother prays for all of you. Your mother loves you. Pammy, is it Pammy? She's kind of trickling back over again right now. I don't know what her nickname was for you. You'll have to share that with me. This is a pretty long message, 33 minutes, Pamela. I am honored, always honored, to connect to angels. I do feel the blessings of having such a beautiful gift to be able to connect to angels and deliver their messages of love to life. Take some time to absorb this. Remember to drink a lot of water. These messages are with a lot of detail and they will dehydrate you, Pamela. So remember to drink a lot of water. That will help these messages to go through more, okay? So after you receive this video and you watch it, take your little notes, think about it, maybe watch the video again. And other than that, I'll give you some time and you can reach back out to me and let me know what you think. Thank you, Bestie. Love you so much. Hope you're enjoying your day.